I do have really just question, and it is really a yes or no, and I promise, like, you should know this, but did you all make more money in this year than you, I mean, like in 2023 than you did in 2022? Like profit. Did you make more money, Joanna? Did you guys make more money? Are your profits going up, yes or no? Is it?
In 2024, my profits are going down from 23.
It's going down right now?
Yeah.
You're not making any money?
No, we are making money. I'm just
But
saying
it's
if you're
down
talking
from
about the growth.
2023?
Yes.
Interesting. How about you, Kastner? Katzner, is that how you say it?
Yes. So the Cigna Group's profits, as we report, did increase from 22 into 23, and for the first quarter of 24.
So you're doing good. Okay, how about you?
Yes, OptumRx earnings increased from 22 to 23.
By a lot? Is it like doing really well? I don't understand how you're making money and making profit if you're trying to lower costs on our residents. I'm just confused how you can do both. I know my colleagues are not going to get into it, but how do you do both when you got to be making money from somewhere? Thank you, Chairman Comer. Chairman, I do want to help support all the text messages you got. I actually got letters of independent pharmacists who say they do not have great relationships with their PBM. One is from independent pharmacists in Flint, Michigan, another who owns a number of independent pharmacies in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan.
Without objection, so ordered.
Each of you have noticed, have said that you have business plans or processes and methods in place to help lower cost for our residents. Yet it has been well documented there has been a huge reduction of pharmacies in many vulnerable areas. One of the things that I know, are of course the DIR fees and reimbursement. But one of the things in the report, and I know you all saw it, but in there, it talks about the post-sale adjustments. Get this, Chairwoman, and Chairwoman McLean and I come from the same state, but check this out. Post-sale adjustments can require a pharmacy to often blindly make payments of hundreds of thousands of dollars back to PBMs months after the relevant prescriptions are sold. So this is like one of my residents going in and they buy $5 worth, I don't know, dairy products or something like that, like I think I used the example of a gallon of milk. Goes in, buys a gallon of milk, later sees a charge of $5 extra, like after they left the grocery store. So quoted in the report, it says we're often talking about PBMs charging hundreds of thousands of dollars. These are not small fees though. So the FTC report noted that one of the metrics PBMs often use is, it's really interesting, deciding whether or not to charge pharmacies retroactive fees. These are, again, they left, they paid for it, you all came back and charged them more. It's crazy. Is adherence to medication, I kid you not, Chairwoman. It says, but there's many reasons. So they say that basically the post-sale adjustment is based on whether or not are like they're punishing them because a patient is unable to afford their medication, or when the patient cannot pick up the medication on time, that they have an unpredictable work schedule or something, whatever it is. It's some weird little factor you guys are putting in reasons that might all of a sudden say, well, we got a post-sale adjustment. How many of you use post-sale adjustments? Mark, you guys use post-sale adjustments?
No, that program discontinued in 2023.
How about you, Katzner?
Congresswoman, we don't engage in clawbacks.
Yeah, how about you?
OptumRx does not do clawbacks or charge DIR fees.
So what is this thing about you all doing the thing about using to determine whether or not to charge pharmacies, whether or not how removing like the patient adherence? How many of you use that factor? If the patient adheres, how many of you? Katzner, you look like you're interested in this question.
So, Congresswoman, the DIR program expired last year, so that's not a program. But do you at all determine post-sale adjustments or anything? You don't do any of that anymore? We don't engage in clawbacks. Okay, you call clawbacks. Is that what you guys call clawbacks? Post-sale, like you add, so if any of your independent pharmacies, they walk out and you guys don't go back and say, oops, you owe another $10? None of you do that? That's not a practice that we're engaged in.
Okay. What is this about a factor using a patient adherence from factors being used to determine whether or not, like, what is that about? like the patient is using it. I'm being serious, you guys. This is something in the FTC report, so I'm just curious. Did you guys stop it because they caught you, or what's going on here? Or you guys changed the name of it?
So that was the DIR program was actually removed from, it was a government decision. It wasn't a decision that
We forced you guys to do it?
it was enacted by.
Yeah, we forced you to do it. What else should we be forcing you guys to do? Because it's still, I'm being serious. You know that you're in the practice, if you're making profits continually, it's not reducing the cost on our residents. Something's wrong. And when I hear from independent pharmacies, I mean, you hear this. I had one in my district, Chairwoman, last thing. He paid like $100 or something right out of pocket. He never got reimbursed for it, ever. He said, because again, whatever you all are doing, it's putting them out of business. And guess what? That means less access to our residents that really depend on independent pharmacies. But again, it sounds like we need to do some forcing them to act in good faith. Sounds like we doing the DRA. If we stop those programs, what else do we need to stop so they can treat everybody fairly and not monopolize as well? I know you guys do that, and you don't offer everybody the same service, and that's ridiculous. With that, I yield.